If you're retraining your brain or are looking to start, you're probably asking the question, how long does it take to rewire your brain? I'm going to cover that in this video. I'm Hanna. I'm a brain retraining coach helping people reverse chronic symptoms with neuroplasticity and Christian principles so they can eat what they want, go where they want, and do what they want without restrictions. So subscribe to my channel and hit the bell to be notified when I post a new video every single Tuesday. So the time it takes to rewire your brain definitely depends on a few things. I must first say that I believe that it's a lifestyle, really, because to be honest, we live in a fallen world and the enemy is always trying to deceive us, distract us, and make us live in fear and negativity. However, what I think many of you are asking is, how long do I need to be strict with a brain retraining practice or program like an exercise on a daily basis? And really this depends on a few things. So it can totally depend on kind of like how sick you are a little bit, how much trauma you've been through or how well you're functioning on a daily basis. Not always though, but at times it can. So this doesn't mean though, if you have tons of symptoms and you're not functioning well, that it's going to take forever or that you're a worst case scenario and it won't work for you. But in general, if someone is functioning fairly well, maybe they're able to work and they just have a couple of symptoms, they're not living in a lot of avoidance, it may not take as long as someone who's severely ill with lots of sensitivities, bedbound, and not functioning. My next question is, are you enrolled in a brain retraining program to help you? If you're trying to do this on your own without a step-by-step framework and guidance and coaching, it's going to likely take a lot longer. Probably years, unless you have education on it somehow and you know exactly what you're doing. Then it also depends on how committed you are using these brain retraining tools. So I'm just going to assume that you're in a brain retraining program or you're going to commit to one, such as our Limbic system Rewire program. So the question is, are you implementing the exercise daily? So for like 30 to 60 minutes or whatever is recommended. Also, are you doing all 7 pillars? Like our program has 7 pillars that you're going to be doing every single day. And are you implementing those daily? And so the more you put into brain retraining, any program really, the more you're going to get out of it, period. It's a lot of work. Your progress really is how much work you put into it. And so it can be a bit of work, but it is so worth it. And if you are fully committed, if you are like, I'm going all in 100%, this is my year and I'm doing what it takes, then you're going to see results. And in our program, if you were going all in with the daily exercise, it would be about 30 to 60 minutes a day, plus working on all 7 pillars. The exercise is just one pillar of our program, and then we have 6 other things that you're doing throughout the day. So then, if you do fully commit, let's just say you go all in, like I mentioned, you're looking at doing it for about 6 months to a year, that full exercise every day, and then just using those tools because, like I said, it is a lifestyle moving forward, just kind of like Christianity. You can't just go to church, right, and then the rest of the day live in sin and negativity, right? You got to change at a heart level for Christ, and this is a lifestyle, and it's the same with brain retraining as well. So, negative thoughts may creep in 10 years from now, but what are you going to do with it, and how are you, you're going to have these tools the rest of your life, really, to move forward, and that's so amazing. So as many of you know, a lot of these negative neural pathways, these negative thinking patterns, and these behaviors, these avoidance behaviors, have been wired in for many years or even decades. And so, for those of you looking into our program, you can definitely start very slow with like 5 minutes. So, it doesn't have to be overwhelming. I know it seems like it's a lot. I'm talking about, all these 7 pillars, an hour a day, all this stuff. But you definitely can start really slow, especially if you do our program with like 5 minutes a day. It doesn't have to be overwhelming. So you'll be doing that about 6 months to a year, that exercise. And then after that, you should see symptoms resolve. As long as you have support and you're fully, you really understand what you're doing and you're committed to it. Obviously, this is all in God's timing as He is the one in control. But we know that God can heal us much, much sooner, and it may take longer, and we have to be okay with that. So you'll also say that while you're likely going to have to commit 6 months to a year or so of the brain retraining exercise, you should see results much quicker than that. So everyone who has fully showed up, committed to, and implemented our program has seen results much sooner, and sometimes even within the first week, such as improved energy levels, improved mood, and things like that. So this obviously varies, but at first many people like I said, they just have a whole new outlook on life, and it's improving their relationships, and it goes far beyond that. So a lot of people have more hope, a lot of people, see changes with their energy levels, with their motivation, with their sleep, digestion, their mood. So just lessening that anxiety and depression and more. And so people are often able to overcome all kinds of like sensitivities and symptoms related to that chronic fight, flight, or freeze stress response. Many people inside our program show up with wins every single week. I see them every single week, and it's so encouraging. It's so amazing. It's just amazing for other people to see in the program as well. So to recap, how long does it take to rewire your brain? It varies greatly from person to person, and it's really ultimately up to God when you see the symptom reversal. So if you enroll in a brain retraining program, you should expect to do the full program at least 6 months, sometimes up to 8 to 12 months or so on average, and you should see lots of wins or improvements within the first few months, and sometimes even in the first week or two. And so it's encouraging when you start to see something finally working, after you tried all the labs, all the supplements, all the protocols and restricted diets without much relief. And once again, this also varies a little bit based on how you're functioning when you start, whether or not you have someone coaching you and helping you, and how committed you are. And if you do this alone without some coaching and support, it likely will take many years. And many people come to us after trying like a do-it-yourself approach, whether they just learned online through YouTube videos or blogs, or they try to just do it on their own. And you see some benefits, you might get some results, but it's likely a lot slower. A lot of people are just confused when they get to that stage where they're trying to train with certain things to bring them back into their life, like foods or environments, and they just don't really know what they're doing, and they can't really pick out their beliefs and their negative thinking patterns. But so yeah, anyways, that's it for today. And if you want to discover the natural 3-step system that can provide relief from food and environmental sensitivities without lab supplements or restricted diets, watch our free masterclass that's linked below. Also, we have a free Facebook group. It's called Brain Rewiring for Health and Happiness, if you'd like to see the free tips that we post every day. God bless and Godspeed.